Inshallah and Ashe. We are live a little late on this fantastic Friday, going through the cosmic elemental energetic flow. Once again, if you're new here, my name is Tanya D, and today we are navigating some deep cosmic undercurrents as we come off this Capricorn full buck moon, kind of like a hangover. A powerful energy, a moon, a lunar asset, you will, that's possibly left us feeling the culmination of our old cycles, Father Time, Saturn, along with the need to release what no longer serves us, which has kind of been a theme for the whole year, shedding the skin and the snake. So it's time to really reflect and process and really honor our emotional shifts for what they are. They're not really entanglements unless we curate them that way. But whatever came with this full moon, as we ground ourselves in the energy of Capricorn, that's where we begin to align with new intentions. In addition to the moon's powerful influence, we've also entered a yin water goat month pillar in the yin wood snake year. So this is a time where we're being invited to really tap into our intuition and embrace the flow, build new foundations for the months ahead. And the goat, the greatest of all time, the energy of the goat brings a focus on self-care, nurturing, creativity. So the wood snake, the year, is asking us to align with our inner wisdom along with strategic thinking. So it's a period of transformation where we're kind of where we're blending deep emotional healing with the power of growth and manifestation simultaneously. So be sure to stick around till the end as well for mini divinations. That's where I'll be moving the cowrie shells on your behalf to unlock insights and clarity on your pathway. Be sure to drop your birth year and month in the comments, and let's see where the universe has in store for us, what the shells have to say. But let's dive into today's cosmic energy, clearing the lingering full moon, those hangovers, and really align with the yin water goat, the month, which is all about grounded energies and intuitive, along with transformation for our journey ahead. So we've already kind of dived into the powerful energies of this full moon already, the Cappy moon, as we change that, the full buck moon, possible hangover, as we really ground ourselves in the energy of Capricorn, literally, before the moon shifts into Aquarius later today, possibly right now, and later on into the weekend. Earlier, the moon was void of course until around 5:21, like literally right now, hilarious, leaving us in a space of pause and reflection, reflector style. It's perfect for releasing, clearing anything that still feels heavy from the past few days, people, places, things, even environments, jobs, careers, relationships, whatever. But once the moon moves back into Capricorn, until 619, prime directive number for myself, we'll have the chance to kind of refocus, rehone in on our long-term goals, practicality, stability. So, you may have felt the moon moving through Capricorn. So this energy, I don't know about you, but it kind of turned more serious, focused, and reflective. So this is an ideal time to really reevaluate whatever long-term goals you have, especially those that you may have set at the beginning of this year. For those of you that do New Year's resolutions, that's kind of what came to mind. But it is a powerful moment to really revisit our intentions, refine our plans, and just realign with what truly heartfelt matters to your emotional foundation. Just knowing that Capricorn energy thrives on structure. And I'm laughing that I picked water, goat in the water there, on a yin water goat day. Sorry, that just popped in. But either way, just creating space for clarity and really reflecting on what needs adjusting and recommitting to what's meaningful and really letting go of anything that no longer serves our journeys. So for you, if your natal moon is in Capricorn, you may feel this energy deeply because it is a time to reflect on what you've actually built so far or what needed to be solidified out into the future. So if your natal moon is in Capricorn, this affirmation is actually for you. I got a little ahead of myself, but It says, I honor the strength it took to get here. Literally, pat yourself on the back. And I allow the weight I've carried become wisdom, not burden. So there is wisdom in the energies, right? I do feel safe, or I am safe to feel, to release, and also to rise. And then as the moon moves into Aquarius later on today, into this evening and throughout the weekend, a little DNA strand lit up there. We're going to be, maybe we're feeling more innovative, more progressive, more community. I was thinking communication. Anyway, community gathering, focused vibes of the Aquarian energy. This is perfect for embracing those new ideas, connecting with others, for the weekend ahead, moving into the weekend. So with the moon in Aquarius really lighting up the weekend, the stage, our third eye even, it's a perfect time to connect with your friends, do a vital energetic check-in with your chosen family, often, not through blood. I do say that with heartfelt sincerity, or even explore new communities that really resonate with your soul. So Aquarius energy is all about uplifting others, creating shared meaning, building a collective vision out into the future or for the future. So this weekend is also our invitation. It's inviting us for like a refresh, a reboot of our digital kind of world, our grimoire there. So clearing our inbox, deleting outdated apps. I don't know if you've been doing that, but I did find myself doing that earlier. And really just tidying up those endless tabs on your computer. If you're like me, you've got a plethora. So mental energy is high under this moon, especially with the influence of Uranus just moving into Gemini. It's going to glimmer the gold, right? So really being mindful of any spirals, any DNA circuitry that's not of this world. So grounding practices, deep conversations, and really some creative flow can really assist and help restore balance when these flashes of insight, the mind starts to race. It kind of feels like a electrical kind of coagulation in a weird way, fractals. But an affirmation for your natal moon, if you have a natal moon in Aquarius during Cancer season, because that's kind of my filter. I honor the wisdom of my emotions and clarity of my thoughts. I open to intimacy without losing my edge. I am free to feel. So that's kind of the energies there. So a quick break, and remember at the end of today's show, I'm going to be offering Mini-Cowry shell divinations. I'll move the shells on your behalf to really uncover guidance that you may need for your next steps. Just drop your birth month and the year in the comments, and let's see what insights the shells invoke or speak today. Because we're steeping into the energy of the moment and just really clearing any lingering full moon energy and really aligning with the celestial flow or these bodies that we're all a part of. So a quick little break, and yes, we're changing these all up. Are you ready to tap into the cosmic currents and amplify your manifesting power? Join our monthly coven, a sacred space to elevate your desires through the wisdom of the stars. We've journeyed through the age of AI, balancing intuition and technology. We've unlocked the magnetic pole of your natal moon sign, and now delve into mind plus emotions for manifesting mastery, harnessing the power of your natal Mercury. Each month brings a new celestial focus, a new pathway to your dreams. Visit TanyaD.tv workshops to learn more and join the monthly coven. Your manifesting journey awaits. Inshallah, we are back. Thanks, Lindy Lou. June of 1962. Can't wait to do a little divination for you. But before we tap into or dive into today's elemental insights, which are quite exciting, I want to take a moment to reflect on the upcoming Venus workshop this August. Super stoked about this. I literally went down the rabbit hole, and this workbook has turned into, it'll probably end up being 100 pages, not even kidding. But Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, abundance, and receivership, for a change, it's not just about giving, it's also about receiving. It's really calling us to unlock her transformative magic, bringing more beauty and alignment into our day-to-day life. So in this journey, this workshop, we're going to explore how to align with our own Venetian energy to manifest desires and really enhance relationships to self and others and the world, and even create more harmony and self-love, which is actually the foundation. So whether you're looking to manifest love, abundance, simply really connecting with your own divine essence, this workshop is really designed to guide you, assist you through the powerful energy of Venus and help you really activate the wisdom that she has to offer. So stay tuned, of course, as we get closer to August. I'll have more deets on that. And as always, if you're craving more of a personalized session with me, guidance, consider scheduling a private cowrie shell divination session with me where I cover everything in the show and a lot more. So in these sessions, I do tap into the ancient wisdom to really reveal insights, offer clarity, guiding you on your own path forward, even exclusive rituals based on your own energetic, elemental, and subtle body foundation. It's a perfect way to gain insight into your next steps, whether that's in love, career, or even just being spiritually aligned or attuned. You can head on over to tanyad.tv to really schedule your session and really step into the magic that we all have. It all resides within us that's really waiting for you. So that's for you if you feel called. Now today's chart, I went down the rabbit hole. I'm starting to bring in the hour. This is a pure yin energy, a quiet kind of cosmic symphony or transformation, but also refinement. It's like a sounding board of waves. So yin metal. Yin metal is the sacred blade. It's the voice of truth. It's the refined frequency. It's even sound. Sound is an element for healing. And I play with 12 elementals along with the subtle field, which I don't get into my weekly show. However, this isn't a day for noise or static. It's a day for precise magic. It's the kind that you feel. You feel more of it than you hear it. Now, the hour pillar at the time of when I was looking at the energy, I was going to go live earlier, but this is known as the chef's kiss, the kiss of the chef, mwah, like loving the food, especially when it's the yin wood goat hour. So it's layered on top of a yin metal snake day and a yin water goat month and a yin wood snake year. Yin, yin, yin. So this is like, it's quadruple yin. And also we've got a triple snake goat energy happening for us. So it's a deeply introspective, emotionally potent, spiritually refined kind of signature sound note. It's the depth of still waters. So for today, the live show today on this magical day, yin metal snake for the day, the yin metal, the yin water goat, of the month, and the yin wood snake of the year, yin wood goat hour. That was earlier today. So could you say, like, literally, welcome to the deep end of my soul mystic energy? So today's energy, it's not just loud, it's actually layered. It's yin on yin, snake on snake, goat on goat. Like I said, it's like this little frequency wave. So this isn't a surface level vibration. This is ancestral. It's elemental. It's otherworldly. So we've got a yin metal snake day, cool and cutting, and the sacred sword of discernment. So it doesn't like speak often, but when it does, it changes everything. And in the backdrop is the yin water goat month. So this is dreamy. It's a sensitive current. Water wants to yield, and the goat wants to nurture. And together they're kind of whispering. It's a conduit. It's like, what are we still holding that no longer loves us back? I think a lot of us do that, whether we recognize or not. And weaving through it all, we've got the yin wood snake year. So this energy continues its silent shedding. So together, all of this is like a sacred composting of old skins, old timelines, and versions of who we are, you, myself, and everyone, that have expired. They've reached their expiration date. And the hour when I wanted to go live, by the way, had a little hiccup in my day. I'll get into that on another day, but yin would go. So this is the priestess hour. It's the hour of the priestess. It's the time when the veil thins, when inner truth blooms. It's quietly in the soul's garden. So in the magic and the essence of today's energy in the show, we're not just talking, we are literally transmitting. We're not just sharing wisdom, we're inviting you, myself, and others into your own. So really, I want to allow and just let this message of today move like mist and allow your soul to respond in subtle energy whispers. But more importantly, just remember, just because it's soft doesn't mean it isn't strong. Because in the realm of yin energy, power is felt. It's not forced. So let's break this down pillar by pillar, because that's actually how I play with these elemental dances. So element by element. And then I want to tie it all back into the Daymaster, which is yin metal. And when I do my private sessions, I bring in your choreography, and that's where your exclusive ritual comes from as a kind of a base note foundation. So the reason I do this is so you can fully elevate with deep kind of integrated insights. So we have a chart that's rich in yin energy, snake-goat combinations. It's this delicate elemental dance. It's this energy. And our day pillar being the yin metal snake. Yin metal for our day, that's the Daymaster. This represents the essence of the person or the voice of the day, the energy of the day. And yin metal being refined, elegant, precise, associated with jewels, needles, sacred tools, amulets even, highly discerning, can cut through illusion, but also prefers diplomacy over brute force energetically. And the snake branch, that's bringing in the fire, the element of fire. Hidden inside is the yang fire, the yang earth, and the yang metal. If you look below those branches, that's why I prefer this chart over other charts, to be honest. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. So this is creating both support and tension for yin metal. It's right below. It's like the base note of our day. Now, some insights. The key to this is fire melts metal. So this is a day of alchemical kind of transformation. So during the day, or even right now, you may have felt like you're under the heat, you're under the pressure, because it's refining you. It's not destroying you. We're getting heated up. And yin metal thrives under pressure. Only when it has clear purpose. What is the vision? What is the purpose? So really using this day, the energy, as a day to sharpen your message and really cutting through the emotional fog, those entanglements. So this is, I would say this is a soul blacksmith day, forging truth into tools for others. That's the amulet, right? And the month pillar, the yin water goat, we've just entered this, so I haven't really spoke to it much in the last few days. But yin water is soft, it's deep, it's reflective. It reflects the sun. So think like morning mist or subconscious intuition, emotional downloads. This is the energy for the entire month until we switch into the next season, which I'll get into later. But the goat is earth, which tends to dam. It's a dam, right? Or contain the water. Earth gives water guidance, creating a kind of an inner emotional swirl, maybe some passive resistance, especially coming off a full moon. So this month may be pulling us or pulling upon our empathy along with our emotional depth. So there's a need for nourishment as well, especially when it comes to our spiritual community and creative expression simultaneously. So just being mindful of overgiving or emotional depletion simultaneously, because the goat wants to help, but can kind of martyr itself in the process. So if you're born in the year of the goat, even the month, the day, the hour, etc., you kind of have this within you anyway, because you want to go grazing, basically. But this energy speaks to like it's time to create some emotional boundaries, sacred self-care, some inner renewal at the same time. And then the year pillar, which I've been talking to for the whole year. I've probably actually said this all year long. Yin wood is like a vine, a blade of grass. The more you trim it, the more it grows. And it grows steadily, subtly, but it bends with the wind. It's all about resilience through the softness. So in the snake energy, this wood is consumed by fire once again. So there's this repeating theme of transformation, pressure, spiritual refinement. And the tone of this year continues to say, invoke, speak, like let go of what you've outgrown. And the snake is pushing us towards depth, mastery, the mystical, and the magic. So there's this spiritual intelligence. That's the compass just of this year alone. It's not about surface success. I don't know if you felt that or seen that, but it's about the undercurrents really happening for us. So this isn't a year to rush. It really is a year to spiral inward and really emerge wiser. I always go back to snakes shedding skin. Now the hour pillar, yin wood goat. So this is my, was going to be the hour of my live show. I had a little energetic hiccup from a client, I'll say, which was true. What that energy means is the frequency of what I was going to broadcast on. But again, yin wood. So this is like growing within the goat energy, which is soft, earthy, nourishing. And these frequencies, it's like throwing a stone on water, and the vibration is still there. And once it hits the other side of the lake, the pond, whatever, it's still there. It's just not as intense. So this is like medicine woman energy, priestess frequency, a ritual wisdom. So it's like energetically, I'm holding space for growth and healing, not just information for those of you that are tuning in right now. So yin wood in this moment speaks to like leading with tenderness and rooting our power in care. So this is an hour, a sacred time to plant seeds through words, invocations. So the energy is like, I'm cultivating a sanctuary of ideas, emotions, and possibility. And the integrated theme or the thematic kind of integration, because ritual needs to be integrated. And a lot of times I give people rituals as medicine prescribed. And sometimes you feel it in the moment, sometimes a few days, sometimes a month. But either way, it's a process. So in the context of our yin metal day master, our day master energy, it's sharpened by fire, nourished by earth, balanced by water, and supported by metal, controlled by wood. So all these elements dance, and we all have a unique elemental choreography. But in today's chart, there is fire in the snake energy that is refining us. There is earth in the goat, which is grounding us. And there is water in the month that is nourishing our voice. So there's also wood at the hour and also the year, challenging us to grow with purpose, our gift and purpose. So altogether, this means that we are actually being called to alchemize emotion into insight, or intuition into structure, thinking of Capricorn, the moon, emotion too, right? And softness into soul tools, that is the amulet. Others can carry with them, so kind of bringing that in. So I would say invoke or allow the message today to really land into your heart, not just into your head, feel it into your bones energetically. We're going to have a short break, and then we're going to finalize the show with our cowrie shell divinations. First up, Lindy Lou. If you want me to read you, just comment in the show notes. As always, quick little break here. What is your unique intuitive gift and psychic ability? Are you somebody who often gets a gut feeling about people or situations? Have you experienced deja vu? Do you easily pick up on the emotions of others around you? Or dream so vividly that those dreams become reality? Feel that your dreams have meaning? Feeling a connection to the natural world, the world of nature? Drawn to numbers, symbols, or sigils? Sensitive to your surroundings and are very aware of changes in your environment? Believe in a higher power, a spiritual dimension? This quiz is going to assist you to activate your unique intuitive gift and psychic ability, how to take action upon it, creating a career that authentically aligns and resonates with your intuitive gift and psychic abilities. So let's dive into it. we are back. And I guess we don't need to wait long for anybody to comment. However, I do want to do a little chat about how the elementals reveal your innate gift along with your purpose. So each element, fire, air, earth, water, subtle bodies, ether, star, presence, metal, and so much more, is a powerful force that shapes how we connect with the world individually and manifest our dreams, expressing our soul's purpose, our innate gift. So in a private cowrie shell divination in a session, I can create a personalized ritual designed to align you with your unique elemental energy, designed to awaken the medicine that you already carry, and it resides within each and every one of us. Whether you need to ignite your passion, action, fire, Mars, or build stability, grounding, earth, or unlock clarity, communication, air, vital energy actually, or even deepen your intuition, your emotional connection, which is water. So in a session, we work together to activate your innate gift along with your purpose simultaneously. And these rituals, they're kind of a gateway. They're a way to reconnect with the healing power that you hold. It's innate and individual to each and every one of us. Returning for myself and others I've worked with, I'll say, returning to ritual is a vital part of the medicine that every body brings to the planet, the medicine that's within each and every one of us. So it's through this sacred initiation or practice that we unlock our deepest gifts and align with our own true path. So just a little shout out there. So Lindy Lou, June 1962. So in the Daguerre cosmology, that's where I learned cowrie shell divination, is from Elder Melodoma Somé. As a cowrie shell diviner, over 10 years of practicing and being with him, part of his stewardship, probably one of his many children. But born in 1962, you are like me. You're part of the Fire Clan. That's all about dreams, visions, the other world. It's literally a spirit-to-spirit conversation and connection. And when you and I aren't always aligned with spirit, the other world, like we're gonna have what I call energetic hiccups. So that would be your base note, is to pay attention to your dreams, your visions, the unseen world. Invoke a prayer to spirit, which is kind of what I do before I start my divinations. Being born in June, that's also the energy of the horse as far as the earth plane. Horse is also a fire element, so you are very similar to me. I'm also born in June, different year. So you're kind of more of the Martian kind of energy of a fire energy, where I am more of a, what do I want to say? Not really, but similar, digesting spirit in a weird way is kind of what I want to say. But still visions. I always pay attention to my visions and my dreams. They never let me down, but you do have to ask questions. All in all. So if there's not something specific, I'm going to affirm your spirit for the magical being you are and always have been. Affirm your gatekeepers, your guides, the being seen and unseen, the Great Spirit, Gus, God, Universe, Source, that I may be a conduit to deliver the message you need to receive today. And with that, I say Ashe, blessings. So I'm going to move the shells on your behalf. And I have to sit here a minute. Okay. So just knowing you, my dear friend, energetically right now in this moment, you're kind of sideways in your own transformation, which is kind of interesting because we are in the snake year and it is about transformation. That means like you haven't, there's change that's happening, but you're not quite sure. But how I see change is the more we resist it, the more we're pushing. And it's like we can't expand our light and our brilliance, which that's what we're here to do. The way your brilliance is shining, you are protected. You've got the wisdom, but we need to ignite and shine that brighter. I say everybody has a spiritual gift. We're all on our own spiritual walk of fame. So it's time to radiate your brilliance and be the star that you are on that walk of fame. You literally are blocking your own magic, your own medicine, your own gift and purpose, your connection to source. We need to change that in a very radical way so that you can see your brilliance, your light, and it's more about you. Your community is even changing, the people that you hang out with. But we've got to bring this home. Like, where do I belong? That's kind of what you're going through. Like, ultimately, if you're not devoted to what your heart wants, that's for all of us, actually. If we don't communicate to the heart within us, so there's like low heart, middle heart, high heart. This is like your true heart. Um, so really connecting with that and where your heart belongs. And I would sit, I literally would probably, if I was to prescribe a ritual, I'd tell you to go sit with your back against a wise old tree. Doesn't matter which one, just whoever you connect with, and literally ask for that change to happen for you. You also you're protected by these little beings of the other world, which is awesome. The Candomblé are even activated, but they're changing too. These ones feel like more like leprechauns. They come in different shapes and forms. I always think of Lord of the Rings or something like that. But definitely, they could be the Fae even, which come in different categories as well. Whatever, we all need labels. But your medicine comes from the healing waters. So really bringing spirit, your gift, into this world. I think that you're blocking your magic and your medicine. So we need to clear that up. So ultimately, before I dive in any further, go sit with your back next to a tree energetically. That's kind of what this is speaking to for me. And all in all, once you break that up and you literally start, I would start talking to the tree spirit, not even kidding, which is right there. Sorry, I just noticed my nail's broken. It looks fugly. So yeah, the tree spirit, I would put your back and literally start communicating to the otherworldly beings that live in the tree. I would also leave an offering, because anytime you go there and you call for their guidance, you do need to leave an offering. We all do. But you also need boundaries, emotional boundaries around like a perspective. We all need energetic boundaries. I'm not even kidding. That's always comes up. So that's what that is. And there was something that just got shiny on me. Yeah, I think you just need to get organized about the wisdom that you carry inside of you in your bones. Bring it into the forefront. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. And then I see Mish on YouTube. Go ahead and comment your birth month and year, and I'll move the shells on your behalf if you're curious. And again, private sessions. I do prescribe rituals. What kind of offering? What kind of offering? Usually the tree spirits. It depends what the person needs. The specific session I'm doing. If you need more nurturing, then I would leave goat's milk at the base of a tree. If you need more sweetness in your life, honey, flowers. If you want some stable foundation or more love, you kind of want to think of what your needs are and leave those as an offering, because it's kind of it's like a give and receivership when you do an offering and a ritual to any element, actually. But specifically for trees, if you need change to happen, you want it quickly. Coffee is great, cinnamon. You have to get out of the physical worldly brain and get into the other world. Like if you were another worldly being, what would light up your heart? I will say the other world, honey gets them drunk. So they do like a good party, just like the rest of us, differently. So honey is a great asset. Spirits, as far as alcohol, serve a different purpose in the spirit world, by the way. It's kind of an activator thing. So that's why they call alcohol spirits, ironically, right? Different energies for that. All right, August. Okay, August 1970. So I'm just going to do a little movie move just to get that cleansed a bit. I normally have incense burning, but I'm a little delayed today. So Mish on YouTube, thank you for being here, by the way. I love that. You are born August of 1970. So in the Dagara cosmology, people born in years ending in 0 are part of the Earth clan. Earth is all about stability, grounding. Melodoma used to always say men built the houses, but women made the houses come alive. So it's that yin and the yang of that energy. So you're caring, you're nurturing. That's kind of your base note, is what I like to call that. And in August, depending if you're the beginning or end of August, August is the element of coming off of the goat and moving into the monkey. So you're either a little fidgety, a little ADHD energy, or the rooster, like don't mess around. It's metal energy, so it's like focus, force. It's the western part of the home. So all these energies actually play together, and they're kind of our elemental foundation. Metal is also a protection. We can use metal to protect energetically. And so the middle of August, I'm going with monkey energy actually. And again, it's the fidgetiness. If you've ever watched a monkey, very inquisitive, like your mind is percolating, it's circuitry. Imagine like a computer hard drive when you're hitting buttons and it's just flowing. It's kind of like that. But it's about, that's kind of how you produce and bring it into the world energetically. So I do like that for you. But either way, I'm going to move the shells on your behalf. So I'm going to affirm the magical being that resides within Mish. Affirm her gatekeepers, her guides, the contemplates, the Wedamays, the being seen and unseen, Sir Diddy, my guardian in the galaxy, the Great Spirit, the oneness, Source, Gus, that I may be a conduit to deliver the message you need to receive today. And with that, I say Ashe, which means blessings. So you, my friend, I always like to look where you need to start speaking, communicating your truths. So that direction also, now that I say that out loud and I look at this, it's also using your throat chakra and your high heart through those directions, the high heart and the throat. Yes, definitely. So I want you to start invoking and speaking your truths, whether you speak it to a person or just to yourself. Driving down the road, looking in the mirror, having a mirror-to-mirror conversation, invoking your authenticity to yourself, literally. So there is that energy. The communication, the conversation, you're kind of in water. You're kind of floating in water. So this represents that, by the way. This represents the voice. But your brilliance, like the other world sees your starlight, but it's time that you see your own starlight, like bringing it into the physical world. That's what belonging is. Like, where does my heart belong? What wisdom do I carry? And is it time? The time is like right now for all the world to see your grand perspective. And again, I want you to literally, this is what I'm going to tell you to do. I would literally invoke in front of a mirror your magic and your medicine, and actually start nurturing, loving on yourself, caring about you first as your foundation, because that itty bitty shitty committee in the mind can be awful. It can like rip out the foundation right underneath you. You've got these little spirit beings called the genies. They're trying to help you with your wisdom and for you to like see your brilliance from the other world, actually. And they are the circuitry. So they're like the logistics of mapping out, just imagine circuitry going through a computer and firing up as it's going all these magical ways. I think of Lucy for some reason, but it's kind of like that. So I like that for you, but it's time. This is like something's happening for you as kind of a vital energy wake up call. So you can get like on your platform and like being in the flow of life and your purpose of why you came here. This is all going to bring you some inner peace. Maybe there's some contemplation happening for you. Your relationship is actually activated as well. So maybe we need to speak, and maybe there needs to be some radical shift in the relationship. It's almost like the gods, they're not going to hammer down on you, but I can see that as well. But creativity, like how you create is changing, and lots of healing is going to come from this. So I literally would do some mirror rituals and converse with your higher self spirit so you can bring that brilliance into this world is kind of what I see and sense here. Hope that was helpful. Does anybody else want me to move the shells on their behalf between the two, YouTube and Facebook? And if you don't know, I do go live usually 3 p.m. on Fridays, 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Friday is my village. Not always. I am a reflector, and sometimes I have to take a breath and a pause. And if you're new to human design, I'm a 6-2 reflector, so I'm kind of like a wise seer. I like to hermit, definitely so. And YouTube actually helps me, so does Facebook. Speak my spirit space for all the world to see with a boundary. Because I'm live, but nobody's in the field, right? So there's like this multi thing happening for me, just so you know. Okay, and definitely the Wedame are speaking. The Wedames are the beings. 100%, Mish. I appreciate your time. Thank you for being vulnerable and letting me move the shells on your behalf. That's always a comfort zone for me. I love it. It's part of my gift and purpose, actually, is to activate people's ideas. It's in one of my channels in human design. Like I can give you the idea, and it's your job to run with it, basically. So that's kind of fun. But the Wedames are the fierce protectors of the wild. So just know that there's protection out there. I always see Wedames as like in his dark materials. Everyone has a Wedame, and when our Wedame transitions, or we do, a part of us like leaves. So it's like seeing into the eyes of through the eyes of a different otherworldly being. Basically, is kind of how I feel about that. Yours is activated, so I like that. I would say, just on a side note, if you're still tuned in, maybe, bring in some boundaries, discernment, actually is the word, discernment around the change. Like if it doesn't resonate with your heart, then it's a no. If it makes you feel juicy inside, then it's a yes. So just take that into consideration, but definitely the mirror, have a mirrored conversation with yourself. Possibly plant medicine. There's a lot of nature stuff happening for you. Okay, I'm going to leave those alone. But we do need to open the door to some otherworldly change for you. So I really like that. All right. Okay, so there was that. So yeah, if I don't have anybody else commenting here. Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so there's energies here. And again, if you want a private session, I do, I go down the rabbit hole. I'll give you a prescribed ritual based on your elemental foundation, which is always fun. We all have these energies. They're just how they play out are individual and unique to everybody because we're different. And that's what makes life fun, right? If our candles all grew the same, the world would be boring. So yeah, time to plant new seeds for sure. All right. Well, if I don't have anybody tuned in, I'm going to switch scenes and do our affirmation for the week. An affirmation. This actually came from, I think, the Capricorn moon, which I love as well. Of course I do overseas, Miss Australia. We have to get on the time zone frequency. Sometimes, I'm not going to lie, time is fluid, so it's a time zone thing. But of course, no, I have clients in Australia. My friend Joanne actually just came to mind, and I did prescribe her a ritual for the fires, and she was just like, holy shift. Like it woke her up to a different way to see the elementals, basically. So an affirmation for this week, and you can hold the note. I really like this one. I rise rooted in purpose. Literally rising, rooted. Oh, you can't see the shells. But either way, the roots. I lead with integrity. My actions shape the sacred legacy that I am here to build. I really love that. So yeah, no, I can do overseas. It's just a time thing. I think your morning is my night is how that works, which is fine. Yeah, I get it. Totally. So as we close today's cosmic journey, thank you so much for joining me today as we navigated these powerful energies. We had the moon, the elements, and really these transformative cosmic shifts unfolding around us. But just remember, you are always aligned with the stars. We all are. And your innate gifts, they're your guiding lights that will kind of lead you to your highest path, your gift, your purpose. And with each ritual that we create, each insight we uncover, and even each moment that we actually spend in alignment with the cosmos and the elementals, that's when we continue to honor the medicine and the magic within each and every one of us, where we have the power to heal and transform, manifesting our deepest desires. So if you are feeling called to dive deeper, really don't forget to schedule your private cowrie shell divination, your sessions. That's where we're going to really tap into your energy and unlock the wisdom waiting for you. So until next time, really stay grounded in your own cosmic rhythm and trust the unfolding journey. But remember that you are the magic, you are the medicine in this universe. So 9:30 a.m. right now, Mish. So yeah, you could schedule easy. It's 6 o'clock here in Small Lake City, Utah. I do record my sessions, so you have that on file. And I do deliver rituals, foundational one, kind of depending where you're at. And you get all this in a folder, I guess is what I'll say. So with that, thanks for tuning in. As always, I'll be here next Friday, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, but also on Monday's show. And you are welcome. Thank you for tuning in. It's always a pleasure and so much fun. I love it. Thank you. I'll see you on the other side.